In this video, I'm going to show you how to create a banner or a flyer for a barbering salon or a barber shop. Which one is correct? But we're going to do something like this, and this is coming up. Hi everybody, Innocent here and welcome to the channel. Over here, we make videos like this. If that is something that sounds like you're interested, kindly consider subscribing. Inside the description will be a link to download all these resources and you can practice. And in case you want to show it to me, you can send it on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, anywhere at @innocent. Now let's get into Photoshop and let's get started. I'll be using Photoshop 2026, but it should work out in any version that you are using. The first thing that we want to do is we want to create a project. So Ctrl+N or new, and then you are going to put in your figures. In this case, I'm using inches and I'm using, this is a typical banner size. If you are doing for flyers or any other thing, you can change the values as well. Once you have this, you go ahead and you click on create. Now you're going to have something like this. You might also have it smaller like this, but the size is the most important thing. You don't have to worry. Now, the first thing we want to do is we want to add a gradient or a background. So you go to the create new fill adjustment here, and then you can select gradient. Select your gradient bar, and then you are going to choose your colors. But in this case, we are going for this color right over here. This is the first color, and this is the second color. Once you have it, you click on OK, and OK from here, and then we are set. Now let's bring in some more backgrounds into it. So we go to File, Place Embedded, and then you locate your resource file. So I'm going to use this picture that I got from Pinterest. So you press Ctrl T and then you transform it to fill the entire canvas. You're going to right click, rasterize, and then you press Ctrl Shift and then U to desaturate it. Okay. And then you're going to set this to soft light and reduce the opacity way below. So let's go somewhere around 2024. So something like this should be fine. We don't want it to be too much in the background, right? The colors that we are using is the most important thing. Now this banner is going to be very simple. So once we have this, we can just bring in our text. So the font that we are using is Fontspring Demo. I'll leave a link in the description if you want to download that as well. So I've already copied my text, so I'll just paste it over here. I'll press Ctrl T and then I can transform it hugely like this. I'll then press Ctrl A and make sure that it's centered. Push it up slightly, and then right underneath of it, we are going to change our font to Poppins. Let's go for Poppins, medium or bold. Medium is too thin, so semi-bold, and then we'll paste our text. Now you can see that this is spaced out. Okay, if you want to do that, you select the text and then you go to your toggle character here, and then you can increase the tracking. Okay, so if you decrease it, you see that it's coming back to normal, but I want it increased like that. And then you press Ctrl T to transform it slightly more. Press Ctrl A and then you center it. So it's going to read Mark Tonto Barbering Salon. Simple, right? Or better still, we can even make this much bigger. So let's go some more. We want it to be longer than the Mark Tonto. So you press Ctrl A and then you center it. Now this is okay. The next thing we want to do is select your rectangle tool and create a very simple rectangle over here. So somewhere around here should be fine. The color is going to be white. Let's increase it some more and leave a little space over here. And then right inside of the rectangle, we are going to create another rectangle. So we are going to, let's change this color to this one, any color at all, because we are just going to put in images, right? So any color at all, just to separate it from the first white rectangle that you created. So you are going to transform it to the size that you actually want. Something like this works. You press Ctrl J to make a duplicate, drag it to the right side, and then you duplicate it for the third time and put it on the right side again. Now you're going to select the three rectangles. So first one here and the third one. So you select the first one, you hold Shift, and then you select the third one. Then you press Ctrl J to group it, and then you press Ctrl T to transform it, right? So you can transform it this way and then open it up from this angle as well. And now you have your three rectangles together. Now if you open the group and then you select the three rectangles again, you can go to Layer, Distribute, and then Distribute Horizontal Center, so that the spaces between these rectangles are equal. Now, once this is done, we can easily put in our images. So you select the first rectangle, you go to file, place embedded, and then you can bring in your first image. So this is the first image. I got most of these images from Pinterest. So you right click and then you create a clipping mask like that. You select the second rectangle, you go to file, place embedded, and then you bring in your second image. Okay, so you put it here, you right click and then you create a clipping mask. And press Ctrl T to transform it a little more like that. And then you go to your third rectangle, you go to file, place embedded, and then you can bring in, this time let's go for a lady, so this one, because it is a unisex saloon. Okay, so you right click and then you place embedded like that, and just like that you're done with the first part. Now we need to add more images. Okay, so right on top of this, let's create some more rectangles over here so that this space is not kept empty. So we are going to create one more rectangle, right? But this is more like a square. I'm not going to make that too big, so something like this should be fine. Ctrl J to make a duplicate and Ctrl J to make one more duplicate. Now inside of these squares, we are going to put other images. So you right click and then you select your first, it says rectangle, so let me use rectangle, and then you go to file, place embedded, and then you can bring in your first image. Okay, so this image here, you right click and then you create a clipping mask. Press Ctrl T and you transform it nicely. Make sure that it fits the entire rectangle. Then the second one, let's bring in some baby images. Okay, but here's the thing with this particular image. Okay, you can see that if you decide to make it small like this, it is not going to fit the entire rectangle. So what we can do is we can make one more duplicate of this image. So you press Ctrl J, they are all going to be clip masked. Okay, but the one beneath it, you're going to press Ctrl T and transform it like that. And then you can even go to filter, blur, and Gaussian blur to blur it a little more like that, so that it serves like a background. If you zoom in, if you don't really take care, you might not even notice it. And then we select the third one and we bring our last image. So this is going to be this particular image. But then again, this is entirely dependent on the type of cut that you are doing or the type of cut that you are offering at a salon. You can tweak this with any images at all. So once you're done with this, you're going to select all of these ones. So from the first one to the last rectangle, you hold shift and then you select it and you press Ctrl G to group it, and then we have this group as well. Now press Ctrl J to duplicate this group, right click and go to convert to smart objects. You can press Ctrl T, right click and then flip vertical, and then you can bring this beneath it slightly like that, and then you're going to decrease the opacity just to create that subtle shadows underneath of it. And now we're done with the images, so now we can add more text. Okay, so the services and every other thing. So let's go back to the rectangle here, and then we are going to put our services over there. So you hold shift and then you left click and you are going for Poppins bold. So you paste your text. You can see it because the text is white, right? So if you change the color over here, you can see the text now. So our services, you're going to open it up slightly like that. Right click on the text, go to blending options, and we are going to add a gradient to it. So this is the gradient that we are using. So this is the first color and this is the second color. Once you've got that, click OK, and then OK over here. And now you can list your services. So for that, we are still going to use Poppins, but this time you go with Poppins semi-bold. Okay, so let's choose semi-bold here, and I've already copied the text, so I'm going to paste it right over here. Let's copy this effect onto the one that we just brought in. So you hold Alt and then you drag it onto this, and then it's already copied onto it. You press Ctrl T and then you can transform it nicely like that, and then you position it somewhere around here. Select your services and then you bring it to the right side a little bit as well. Now if you have more services, you can even copy this and then bring it over here as well, just to take care of that space. But the services was just limited to this particular one. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Now the last thing that we're going to add is the contact details and the location. For that, we are going to use a rectangle. You create a rectangle over here, keep it white, and make sure that it aligns with these rectangles that you created, right? These ones. So you can see that by that thin outline that says that it's aligned. Okay, so you just align it. On top of that, you're going to put our text. I've already copied the text. So I'm going to put it over here. And then I'll hold Alt and drag this FX onto it so that we can have it as same as this test. The next thing is to position it. So you press Ctrl T and then you transform it. And by the way, this is an actual barbering salon located in Akomadan. Okay, so if you are in Akomadan and its environs and you want a place to shave, you can give Mark Tonto a call. And this is not sponsored. Once we have the location, obviously we need the call or WhatsApp. So you're going to use the same thing. So for that, we'll go for Poppins. So Poppins and bold. And then we are going to paste it over here. You press Ctrl T and then you can transform it to make it bigger. The call and WhatsApp line is very important. So you have to make it bigger enough for everyone to see. And we're almost done. We're just going to add some barbering salon elements to this and we are good. Or images, right? But then let's open this up some more. It has to be more than the Mactonto test. Okay, so this is fine. So to add those images, you go to File and then Place Embedded, and then you can bring this particular barbering stuff that I got from, I think, PNG Wing, and then you position it over here. Let's open it up some more. And then we bring in the second one, which is going to be this particular one. The person who did the cutting didn't really do a very good job, but that was the closest thing I could find to what I was looking for. So take this hold, buddy. Yakubu, manage. Yakubu, manage! So you bring in your guide and make sure that it is aligned nicely like that. You can transform it slightly like this and we are good to go. If you have any other information like a discount or something, so for instance, if you want to put a discount out, let's say we can just replicate this and say 20% or 10%, let's say 20% discount to all innocent subscribers. So Tonto, if you are watching this, if anyone comes to your shop with my name or in my name, you give them a 20% discount. That is non-negotiable. So you can transform this, and I hope I spells everything. Oh, triple N. Okay. So you select all of these and then you can open the tracking, something like this. Right. So if you have any special thing that you are offering or something along those lines, just to cater for the bottom part. But if you don't have anything to, it's pretty fine, right? You just put this here just to take care of the bottom part like that. But if you don't have anything also, you can easily turn this off and it still works. On top of the background, let's add curves and decrease the background slightly so that we can get the actual colors over there. Now, one last thing, you can easily change the background by adding a hue and saturation and twerking the colors like that. So I think you're getting some cool colors. But what do you think? Which one is your favorite color? Let me know in the comment section. I think beside the main colors that we used, this one looks good, but just that you might have to twerk the color of the test to suit the background as well. So this is without the hue and saturation, and this is with the hue and saturation. What do you think? What do you think about the whole design? What do you think about the images? I'd love to hear your feedback in the comment section. I hope this video was helpful. Don't forget that a link to download all the resources and the font will be in the description. If this video was helpful, subscribe to the channel will be so very much appreciated. Thank you so much for sticking around to watch this video. I'll see you guys in the next video. It's Innocent here and bye.